Good evening, I'm Chris Flanagan. An update now on the presidential race here in Ohio.
And I'm Danita Harris. Let's take a look at the current numbers. President Obama has 56% of the vote in Ohio. Republican challenger Mitt Romney has 43% of the Ohio vote. And as you know, Ohio's 18 electoral votes are key in this election, with both candidates coming to Ohio many times over the last month. There are a number of school levies on the ballot across northern Ohio.
Yeah, we've got an update now on the levies. The 15 mil levy for the Cleveland Schools District. Let's check in now. Lee Jordan standing by with that. And Lee, what are the numbers showing right now?
Well, as you know, Chris and Danita, a lot of people are watching this very closely. The Cleveland Municipal School District levy right now, 55% are for it, and as you can see, 45% against this levy right now. I also want to get
All right, we're having a little problem with Lee's mic, so we'll be back with her in just a few seconds.
Yeah, let's check in now. One of the congressional races, one of the biggest and tightest congressional races in the entire country, between two incumbents, Democrat Betty Sutton and Republican Jim Renacci.
And here are the current numbers for this race. Sutton has 52%, Renacci has 48%. Let's check in with News Channel 5's Tracy Carlos, who's at Sutton headquarters in Parma. Tracy, kind of set the scene for us as to what's happening there right now.
Well, Danita, Congresswoman Betty Sutton arrived here in Parma just about an hour ago, and she says that she feels very optimistic, although this is very early on. Redistricting has forced her out of the 13th district into the 16th district, and she is up against incumbent Republican Jim Renacci for the seat. Now, this has been a long, hard fight, and she says that she's very optimistic.
I'm glad that this day has arrived and the people will speak and we will have a chance to see and move forward, because there's so much work to be done. And, Ohio is full of wonderful people and great potential. And no matter what happens tonight, we've got to get about creating the opportunities that people here really deserve.
And by the way, this is one of the most closely watched U.S. House of Representatives races in the country, as well as one of the most expensive. Live on your side in Parma, Tracy Carlos, News Channel 5.
All right, Tracy, thank you very much. News Channel 5's Paul Kiska is standing by at Renacci's headquarters in Wadsworth. So what's happening there, Paul?
Well, Danita, when those numbers first showed us Sutton up 55-45, then 53-47, Renacci supporters here in Wadsworth said it was too early to read into those numbers, and they were exactly right. At one point tonight, the race in a dead heat, a tie, now about 52-48, Sutton, but hovering tied at times. As you can see here, Renacci supporters are gathered at the Galaxy Restaurant and Banquet Hall in Wadsworth tonight, Renacci's hometown. We haven't seen Jim Renacci so far. His wife was just here talking with supporters of her husband. Now, a campaign spokesperson saying very heavy turnout in this large congressional district, District 16, that stretches from Rocky River southeast to Canton. Live in Wadsworth, Paul Kiska, News Channel 5. Back to you guys.
Hey, Paul, thanks. Let's check in once again with Lee Jordan, who's following the Cleveland school levy. Lee.
Telling you just a few minutes ago, we've got a 55% against 45%. So right now, it appears the school district levy is passing for Cleveland, something that supporters say is necessary to bring excellence back to the schools and avoid layoffs. I also want to get you up to date on several congressional races. Let's start at District 7. Incumbent Republican Bob Gibbs is leading 56% of the vote against Joyce Healy Abrams, the Democrat, with 44% of the vote. And also in District 9, incumbent Marcy Kaptur is leading challenger Samuel Wurzelbacher, 72-25%. Of course, Wurzelbacher known as Joe the Plumber in the last election. And finally, in District 14, Republican David Joyce is leading 53% against Democrat Dale Blanchard, 42%. Chris and Danita?
Okay, Lee, thanks a lot. We're just getting word from the AP. Just called the Senate race between Sherrod Brown and Josh Mandel. They call Democrat incumbent Sherrod Brown the winner over Josh Mandel, the Republican challenger.
We'll be back in another half hour.